Source Hunter, welcome, welcome.
You'll only encourage it.
Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew! Again!
Source Hunter. A sight for sore eyes, if ever there was one. I know you're probably knee-deep in that awful murder investigation, but truth be told, the Legion could use your help as well. We've been conducting a series of expeditions into undead territory, and I'm afraid I must admit they've met with very little. Lieutenant Selenia, at your service. I'm Captain Aureus' second-in-command, but rest assured, I am a lot more kindly inclined towards source hunters. Now, I certainly don't mind a bit of healthy competition, and even rivalry between our orders. But I, for one, have no intention of looking a gift horse in the mouth. And that is exactly what your presence in Sicil is, Source Hunter. A gift and a blessing. Only heroes such as yourself can make a true difference in this troubled part. The undead. I pitied them at first. Many among them were once kind and innocent civilians of Sicil, after all. No longer do I feel that way, though. Too many of my soldiers have fallen. The dead must be the bravest among my men, and women tell me they are weaker in the west and stronger in the east. So I suggest you head westward if you want to flex your muscles and test the waters before blindly diving to your death. I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you. It's very sweet of you that you are trying to get these men a job, but I'm afraid they're not Legion material. Sure, they can tie a knot and blow a whistle like the rest of them, but even with a sword in their hands, they wouldn't stand a chance against the undead. And I don't want any more blood on my... If ever we want to be victorious in Sicil, we have to track down the root of the undead uprising. Under the Pact of Volunteers, 3 expeditions were launched to do just that. 3 landmarks were chosen for further investigation. The lighthouse, the burial mounds, and the old church. Places fraught with danger all. There's a lighthouse to the west, up on the bluffs, overlooking the sea. No man has gone there in a decade, and yet the locals say it's haunted, and half a dozen legionnaires have gone to find out whether or not those are mere tall tales. There are ancient burial grounds to be found north of the city. As good a place as any to start looking for necromancers, wouldn't you say? A local archaeologist offered to tag along with the men. Here's hoping his knowledge on the subject may prove to be of use to them. There's a church to the northeast of here, built atop the very place where once stood a temple dedicated to the source. The Sicilians razed it, and built a church for the 7 instead, supposedly to symbolize all superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask me. But when the dead rose, that is when they were first spotted. Hence the expedition. So I did. The Pact of Volunteers. Many legionnaires will do whatever it takes to go home, which is why I personally sign their transfer orders the moment they... The chances of survival during these sorties are only about 1 in 10, you see. So my soldiers are free to volunteer, and if they are successful, they just bought themselves a boat ride home.
Come on, chicken, 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 viens, c'est pas blasted poultry. Here, chicken, chicken, chicken. Blasted poultry. Here, chicken, chicken, chicken.
Dramatics is not bad at all.
I'm overheating here.
Oh, there's my pepper. Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is.
Be the big cheese on your blood with a wheel of the good stuff.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? The hero the whole of Sightseal is abuzz about. The talk of the town. No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Mendius at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but mend what has first been broken? Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better. To become the full extent of the promise that is locked inside of each...
Tomatoes.
Fresh haddock. Perfect for a fry-up. Of course I do. How could someone in my profession not?
Quite right. Adventure is what we live for.
See here. You and I share the same passion. I never doubted it for a moment. The thrill of walking the unbeaten path. The rush of finding yourself in a goblin ambush. Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soldier.
Riches do not interest me much, actually.
Nor me. Wealth is but vanity.
Oh, but I know you're just being bashful. I bet that in your heart of... Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes. Am I right? All those orders...
There is no shame in following directives if your masters are worthy of your trust.
True enough. We serve a just cause, so why wouldn't we follow our...
Come now. I refuse to believe such a uniquely skilled individual would settle for a puppet's role. Life's too short to spend it doing someone else's bidding. Am I right? Of course I am. And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crown, so that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the Fabulous Five. Ah, the Fabulous Five. How I enjoy simply saying the words that describe the most illustrious and celebrated adventurers' guild in Riverlon. Our mission, to better the world. Our mantra, you'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. Of course, if you still have questions, I shall answer them to the best of my abilities. But if what a gem of a question. Straight as an arrow, sharp as a switchblade. Now then, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship, to join a fraternity, a sorority, a community. The title of Knight is bestowed upon you the moment you sign our waiver, and so it all begins. I shall be the one to give you your... Of course, should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the fabulous five, and thereby draw new knights in... By now, the genial glow of the fellowship must have warmed your heart. It has, hasn't it? But did I say fellowship? I mean family. For like a family, we support one another. Work hard. Fulfill contracts. Enlist new knights, and swiftly shall you rise through the ranks. You will better yourself. You will better Riverlong. You will make the stars shine all the... Of course, of course, of course. All you need to do is sign this waiver, and just like that...
Scrap and orange. Red and orange, yellow and green.
Join a guild. Better the world. Earn a...
And me, may all the riches in the world be up.
Marvelous. Magnificent. Oh, but what am I saying? Fabulous is the word. You may not realize it yet, but your fortunes, your very... You found new recruits already? Efficient. Proactive. Oh, I like that. Send them to me and I'll sign them up. And of course, since they're your recruits, you'll get a share of every assignment they complete. Oh, it's a pretty straightforward task, this one. Now, in this town dwells a wizard. Ahu is his name, and he's a frightful eccentric. Scientific type, you know the kind. Favors reason over faith and all that. Not Fabulous Five material, him. His experimental weapons may keep a couple of skeletons away from... One of them was a big lumbering apparatus. A frightful automaton shaped like a giant made of steel. It was supposed to... But you can guess what happened. Did it become sentient? Was it cursed? Whatever the cause, the thing relieved itself of its pilot and headed north towards a network of caves. Now ask yourself, what if it comes back? It could smash the city walls and claim... Luckily, there are those in this world who belong to the Fabulous Five. The braves who eat such monstrosities for breakfast. Go, my friend. Find this wizard's abomination and claim your just reward from Mayor Cecil in the name of our...
Oh, my good man. Drink, if you please.
Please do keep shouting, my dear.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become. If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous...
Another piece of trash.
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I can't open this door for anyone who hasn't received Captain... Not exactly the friendliest bloke, the Captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear chewed off is a waltz through the town's finest magical murder scene.
What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone, somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
Terrible, terrible, terrible! It will consume us all! By the quill that lasts a billion words, what's this? 2 Rivalonians here? At the end of space and time? How very, very, very curious. Oh, yes, proper introductions. Zigzags the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was. As for how I got here, well, for a historian appointed by the gods themselves, hopping to the end. How you got here, though? That's on such a tiny and rapidly shrinking vestige of space and time. I wouldn't have expected to find... What am I doing here? Attempting to avert disaster, of course. Attempting to tell me, friend, when I mentioned that this place is the end of time, did your heart quicken and your time ought to have no end at all? Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare for a chronicler such as myself. Show, don't tell, I always say. So go, peer through yonder looking lens.
Maybe quite mad.
You looked. You saw. Terrifying, isn't... What's this? The portal. It's... The portal! It's quite sprung to life, just like the long, dormant flames that decorate this observatory. After all, you, dear stranger, you must be the key. Something about your presence here is causing those torches alight. This portal active once more. It cannot be coincidence. Goodness me, how right you are. There's so much to take in, I'd nearly forgotten. And what you saw has been haunting my mind since I first It is the void itself. The dragon that is devouring creation. I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do know this. It's shrinking our future by the second. And if we don't, it's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Long have I been waiting here, hoping that one day then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, zap it goes. Though I cannot say for certain if it is what I believe, then in fact, every last question that ever plagued your noggin might well be answered, for I believe what lies, but why spoil the mystery? As soon as we leap through, after you, oh, what? You first, but don't, yes, just as I hoped, there she is, there it is, come, don't delay.
And he's off!
It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
Could it be, milady? The weaver of time? Mother of...
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
Astounding! Unbelievable! I have so many...
You have brought guests, I see. Strange.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane? A stone? So, it was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here. Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique in never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. To weave something I had not seen, had not expected. But yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone. I now know it to be called.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and could ever be?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, source hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say. But I do believe that Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part of it. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon...
Mysteries of all time. Gaps in history. Oh.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which...
I see. What the void would shrink. Starstone?
Yes. Though I cannot explain why this Starstone is the antidote to the void. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all. Indeed you must, though I may not yet understand why. It seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone.
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more by the day. Now I understand.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this plane will fall victim to...
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First, please, our most mysterious guest. Are you ready? Are you willing? Will you hunt out the stone?
Not but a moment ago we were hunting Source in Rivellon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it?
Something for you if you're up to the challenge.
We can't deny our reaction to Starstone. There must be something to all of this, mad as it may seem.
No matter how improbable, anything is possible.
Come, come! I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. The glint in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest to me that you've not given up on our dear old ring. No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in no time. We'll find out just who you are and how exact, but you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes your search will... Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time. Off you go, then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're really...
Cross my heart, hope to fade in the void, I honestly don't know. But ask her. If she claims it is so...
Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot! Wouldn't it just? Would that I had a Starstone sightseeing guide, but alas, such a... Just like yourselves, Starstones are curiously absent from history. From what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by devious sorcerers whose reign ended long ago. Ruins, caves, the lairs of long-forgotten evils. Those are the dens you should frequent. Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to Rivellon, there will be someone. I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can. The Lady of Time!
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. Now, I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzags, let us turn to the business at hand. Starstone. So it is, and so it should continue to be. For I suspect his foul, dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my firm belief starstones are the flies the sorcerer spiders are trying to catch. It can therefore hardly... That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to... While you were being lectured by our friend the historian and the grande dame of time, the advantage of being a cat, you know. You go where you please with impunity. And sometimes that's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. They lay there, silent and innocent, though bloody murder may have been committed in their name. Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our worldly troubles can be held at bay? But perhaps I speak only for myself, not for veterans such as yourselves that like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret refuge unbeknownst. Oh, before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. A handy toy indeed that Zigzags are. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have misplaced it. Don't worry though. Use this one here and it'll take you. Now that this matter has been settled, Hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of hunting too. So if you spot a white cat during your travels,
what is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you?
Little mix-up indeed. I don't know what you and that horrible little imp are planning.
Now, if you please!
This room is
Treasure!
private.
So you're just hanging around again, are you? Waiting for what, exactly?
to say? Dearest customer, I've never seen an aura so plagued by ether. Thank Astarte, I've just the earth scroll to ground you.
Quite day on the market, it seems.
Watch the undead quiver in their moldy boots.
Sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Watch the undead quiver in their moldy boots.
May the
Looks like
seven
that dog
keep
is
you.
awfully agitated.
Perhaps he wants to tell us something.
Back on my feet again. Light as a feather.
I feel better already!
Everything we do...
I suppose your example has inspired me to reach heights I never before envisioned.
There's no experience to be won from pestering me with vap...
The spirit of winter smile with me.
Gentle flight, crushing descent.
winds of renewal.
Eternal silence awaits you.
Darling Arachnid, aid my plight. A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
An invigorating fight that was. And what a killing blow you delivered.
Cheers! Yes, I handled myself like the best of the best, even if I do say so myself.
Hold there! I wouldn't go that far.
You're like a gorilla in a porcelain store. You're like a gorilla in a porcelain store.
new penny. Back on my feet again.
Into the fray once more. As good as a new penny.
I feel better already!
halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Ah, gracious patron, I see your tired eyes looking a bit teary. I've just the potion for that. Or would you prefer a toasty fire spell to dry those vapors?
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farmed potatoes.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Quiet day on the market, it seems. Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farmed potatoes.
Watch the undead swimmer in their moldy boots.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Watch the undead quiver in their moldy boots.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew 'em, spice 'em, stir and churn.
Watch the undead quiver in their moldy boots.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Spud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
Any takers? Come on, you chickens!
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Join the Spud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
Dearest customer, I've never seen an aura so plagued by ether. Thank Astarte, I've just the earth scroll to ground you.
Cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff! Made a big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff!
I needed that. I needed that.
Thanks to Seven, we've secured the perimeter.
Oh, catch me, for I might faint.